Hi, Julie Jaws Cruise Companion. Today I'm going to run over my embarkation experience on a Carnival Splendor cruise out of Sydney in October of 2022. Now this video is going to be quite sanitized, and I am going to do another video which is going to be industrially brutally honest. So if you want to hear the sanitized version, this is the video for you. If you want the brutal honest opinion of my embarkation experience in Circular Quay in Sydney, check out another video. Before you embark on a Carnival cruise, you will download the Carnival Hub app, and you'll also download the Verifly app. On the Verifly app, you'll put all the information that you need in relation to your vaccinations, your passports, and all of that kind of information. And on the Hub app, you're going to have put all of your credit card details, etc. I think there is some duplication in that as well. What I found was the Verifly app is very glitchy. Even though I'd gone through and I had set everything to a green tick, it still would not accept that I had uploaded everything, and kept saying that I needed to upload more information. When we got to Circular Quay, we had all of our information in a separate folder on our phone, because everything in today's world is contactless. But no, we got to the cruise terminal and everything had to be in a paper copy. So because we did not have a paper copy of our boarding pass, we had to find a gentleman who typed our information in onto a little reader, and he gave us a small ticket. And that then became our boarding pass. We arrived at the Circular Quay Cruise Terminal on a rainy Wednesday, and there is not much cover for people in inclement weather. So the place was pretty crowded. So we had a 12:30 to 1 o'clock embarkation time, and we arrived just after 12 midday. And we were basically turned away. So we went to a bar just nearby, we had a drink for half an hour, and then we came back. And then the queues, the signage for the queues to get into the cruise terminal, that had moved to 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock and completely skipped the 12:30. So because we indicated that we were there for 12:30, they scooted us around to the early queue. Don't understand that process at all. So we stood in the queue for a little while, about 7 or 8 deep, before being allowed down into a lower hall of the embarkation space. Once we spent about an hour in the lower hall, going up and down all of the rows in the corrals between the stanchions, we were allowed to go to the escalators and move up into the arrivals hall, where the attendants were doing the full check-in process. So we entered the ropes and stanchions within that space, and we spent another 45 minutes while we waited for our turn to go to the delegate to get our embarkation information. I'll be showing you photos of what I've been experiencing over this time. And so there was no social distancing. All of the attendants were really, really close together, 2 attendants per booth, and each party had, of course, more than one person, so it was a very crowded space. During this process, they took our photos and went through point by point everything that had been on the Verifly app or the Carnival Hub app. So it was a duplication of processes. So after a period of time, we got a stamp on our little piece of paper, which acted as our embarkation pass. The next interesting part to our whole process is we are quite used to travelling, and we do carry liquor because most cruise companies allow you to take 1 bottle of liquor per person, 1 bottle of alcohol, wine per person. And within the Carnival information, I didn't necessarily see it glaring that we could not do that. So right back at the beginning, we were asked when we dropped off our baggage, did we have any alcohol? Yes, we did. They asked us to put it into the carry-on rather than the check luggage. So we moved through the whole of the previous process, and then we got to the security and they took the liquor off us. They confiscated our liquor. They gave us a document that we could claim the liquor back at the end of the cruise. So we were having a pretty interesting time for the whole process so far. Then we walked onto the boat and was greeted with a pretty interesting space, which is the atrium on Carnival Splendor. We went and we searched for our room, where at our room door was our key card, our sail pass, our card. Every door had an envelope next to it in the little mail slot, and that was where your security card was. That was where your card was. So you didn't receive it on land like we had done pre-pandemic. It was sitting at your door. So what happens if somebody else had come along and taken your key and whatever? This is the sanitized version. Stick to the script, girl. Okay, so we got on board and the room was wonderful, and I'll do a video about the room, and then I will upload some videos on the deck plans and wayfinding, etc. But that's basically the sanitized version of Embarkation Day. This is Julie Jules Cruise Companion saying, stay safe everybody and happy travels.